Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and before we get started I want to give a shout out to my notification squad winner. Today's notification squad winner is Romeo Estiazaran. Congratulations, Romeo, this is your shout out. Okay, what I got for you today is the SJRC S70W, also known as the T70S sometimes. I don't know why there's two different designations for it, but I've already reviewed this previously. It is a darn good quadcopter, but what's special, I didn't really get to look at one of its features very closely, and that is the follow me capability of this drone. That's what I'd like to do today. It had some toilet bowl when I tried it before, but I think that might have been caused by flying it too closely while doing follow me. But let's go over it first before we do. What this quadcopter is if you look at it, very similar to looking to an old DJI Phantom, one of the original Phantoms. But what's special about it is it does have brushed motors. It is not a brushless motor drone, but it's still, because of having brushed motors, it's relatively inexpensive. I believe around $120 currently is its current price. But the motors that it uses are widely available. Syma X8C motors, so you're going to be able to find them, and they're very easy to replace. You just pop these 3 screws here to pull out the bottom pod here, and pop these 2 screws here, and the motor just pops right out and unplugs, and you can plug in a new X8C motors. They're very inexpensive, widely available. You'll find them anywhere. And in addition to that, the propellers are also X8C propellers. You'll be able to find these cheap and widely available also. So if you get in a crash or if you burn out the motors, you know where to get them and how to do it. Now, what's special about the quadcopter is GPS system over the original X8C. Actually, this is a better GPS system than in Syma's version of their GPS quadcopter, Syma X8 Pro. This has a dual GPS system, very rapid lock-on, relatively accurate positioning for this quadcopter. Now, it also has a proprietary battery. I think it's 2,000 milliamp hour, but big battery here. It doesn't actually mention there. 2,500 milliamp hour battery, 7.4 volt. So plenty of voltage in this thing. But it is charged. No special charger is needed. It's just a little 5 volt phone charger. Wall phone charger will charge this up. Don't plug this into your computer because it will take many hours to charge up. Use a good 2 amp wall charger to charge this, so you can get a reasonable charge time on it. Additionally, it has a 720p HD camera with a remote controlled gimbal that swivels up and down. That camera also transmits its video via 2.4 gigahertz FPV to your phone, to the SJ GPS app. It also records the video directly to a micro SD card. There's a card slot with a card in it already, so to eliminate any of that Wi-Fi lag that you normally see with Wi-Fi video. That is about it for the quadcopter. Let's go over its controller. Its controller is very nicely laid out. It actually looks like a professional grade controller, but it does not have any battery, or it does not have any AA batteries inside it. It has its own built-in LiPo battery. You charge it through a wall plug again. There's the wall charger port. Additionally, it has automatic takeoff, automatic landing, which you activate by pressing that button here. You power the quadcopter by pressing this button here, or power the transmitter by pressing this button here. Automatic return and landing by pressing this button here. It takes photos and videos by pressing this button here. You can raise and lower the gimbal on the quadcopter by rolling this scroll button here. It has follow me mode, believe it or not, by pressing this button here. That activates follow me. And also you can turn headless mode on by pressing this button here, switching between headless mode and GPS, or switching to altitude hold mode by holding this down for 2 seconds. And that will turn off the GPS and you can fly altitude hold only. And you can increase the rate of speed of the quadcopter by using this scroll bar here. If you want to increase speed, you go this way, and decrease speed, you go this way. So that's the quadcopter. Let's go fire this up and see how it flies. Hope you enjoy this flight. Okay, to turn on the quadcopter, you do a quick press, I believe, of the back button. That's it. And the lights start flashing. And Then you turn on the transmitter, and then you bind the quadcopter to the transmitter with an up and down, and then we open up the app. This is the SJRC app. Now this app is used for several of their quadcopters, including the S20W, and I'm going to swipe left, the S30W, swipe left, the S70W, which is this one here, and that's the one we want to select. And we go in and click that selection. You see a whole list for the S70Ws. We want, or this one that I got in particular is the 720p HD video GPS version, and that's what we're going to select. And then we hit controls, and that'll take us right into the main menu. Now in the main menu, it automatically tells you you need to do a compass calibration. It does that every time you fire this up. So what you do is you just grab the quadcopter, hold it level, and do one rotation, 360 degree rotation. And it'll tell you after you do that to point the quadcopter downward and do another 360 degree rotation. And the lights will turn steady blue, I believe. Yep, steady. And then you can put the quadcopter down. And if we look in the lower left corner of the app, it says ready to fly. So we are ready to fly. Okay, to take off, all I need to do is press this automatic takeoff button, I believe, quick press. Let's try that. Yep. Let's check the stability of this quadcopter. Seems to be holding really steady. So with that in mind, I'll take it up higher. Applying throttle, going up higher. Right to about there. And then I'm going to walk out in the field here and also lower that gimbal so I can see me. Wrong way. Lowering the gimbal, there I am. Now the last time I had this quadcopter too close to me. This time it should be, well, it might be a little bit too far. But I'm going to hit follow me. Let's see how it follows me. And also hitting video. Video recording has started. So let's go for a walk. Now I'm keeping an eye on the power on this quadcopter. Power is relatively, I got a lot of power on it. So it's following me. And again, I'm above the tree. I believe I'm above the tree, so I can go over here into this field. And today it's doing a good job of following me. Again, you know, that last time I was too close. The reason you got to be careful, folks, if you get too close, you know, this is using the phone's position to tell it where you are at so that it'll follow you. And then there could be an error between what the quadcopter thinks you're at and where the phone thinks you're at, and that builds up big time if you're close. So you want to put a little bit of distance when you're doing follow me. And that's about the end of follow me. You know, it works. So I'm going to turn off follow me. And now let's just go for a flight around the area here. I'm going to see if it'll go to the far end. Actually, I want to go up above the level of the lights here so I don't hit into them. And also I'm going to raise up that gimbal. Gimbal coming up. Oh, that's the wrong way. I always press the wrong way. Gimbal coming up. And going up a bit higher. And pushing forward as I go up. Am I above the lights? Let me turn toward the lights. And let's see how far I can go. Can I go to the far corner of this field? Okay, I am at 75 meters. Okay, we are at 87 meters. And I am above the lights, so I don't have to worry about that. Got a bit of a breeze going through here right now. It's actually a thermal breeze, so it's going to pick up and hit it. And pushing forward again, going out further. 106 meters, still got FPV reception. Okay, from that point right there, I am going to plop it down. I'm going to rotate it around, slow rotate. Slow rotate, showing the area. Our tennis courts. I lost FPV reception. So right now I don't know which way I point it, so I'm going to push forward. Okay, now I know which way I point it. And this time I'm going to come back toward me. Pushing forward. And it should be coming straight back toward me. And we'll go over this way now. I'm not going real fast. I mean, just taking a nice steady, because I want to see how, because every time I go real fast, jello occurs with these, especially with these toy grades, and everybody goes, jello! So I'm going to try to minimize the jello by not pushing it too hard. Flying at a reasonable speed overhead there. And we'll go off, see our Home Depot. Toward our, not all the way to our Home Depot, but part of the way. And I'll plop it right about there. And see, can I raise that gimbal up any higher? C plus, up. It's going down. It tells me that it's supposed to be up, but that's not. This appears to be up. There's Home Depot. Sorry about that downward view. Now let's push forward again. I've still got plenty of power on this thing, so this thing's got a nice flight time. Showing the area. And from right about there, I am going to plop it one more time. Do a rotate about the area. Slow rotate. Showing the area. And we're going to hit that return to home button. Oh, that was land button. That's not the return to home, that was a land button. Now I'm going to hit the return to home button. So it climbs. It climbs. Let's go back to its landing pad and see how close it comes to its landing pad. It's coming back. Can I turn it while it's coming back? Yeah, I can rotate it around to look around while it's coming back. It's overhead the pad, but will it actually come down? I just flew the S70W and it stayed right above the pad. This one seems to be descending, so it is coming down. Again, you can rotate it while it's coming down. And it's landing itself. It slows down when it gets close to the ground. It detects the ground automatically. Let's see how nice, oh, beautiful landing. And then you have to turn that off. Okay, let me turn that video off. We still got battery power, or a little bit of battery power. So what are we going to do next, folks? Let's just do one more flight, just around the local area. So I'm going to hit the video button again. Well, actually, we're not going to fly around the area. I'm just going to do something else. Takeoff. Something I haven't done yet. And show you its camera. Going up to put the sun at my front and say, how do you like my shirt today? Wait. How do you like my shirt today, folks? And let's take some snapshots. Okay, this thing supposedly will return to home on low battery. That's what I want to try next. We'll let you go out. Let's see how far I'll let you go. We're getting close to low battery. Going up again. Just flying around the area. This actually is a nice quadcopter, the S70W. I like it. It's one of the better brushless or brushed GPS quadcopters available, in my opinion, and what it can do. And especially with the Syma X8C parts, that makes it very easy to repair should you know, being a brush motor quadcopter, brush motors do wear out eventually, but very easy to change those motors out when they get tired. So, pretty neat quadcopter. And coming back, we still haven't hit low power yet, so this thing's got a lot of flight time out of that 2500 milliampere hour battery. Impressive flight time. Let's come down low and do some low flying. I like it. Yeah, S70W. One of the better brushed GPS quadcopters. This is what Syma should have done with their Syma X8 Pro. They really dropped the ball on that, in my opinion, but SJRC took up where Syma failed and produced something nice. I like it. Let's go way over here. Still got battery power. Surprising the flight time on this thing. Just showing our park. Try to stay away from people. And coming back down. Okay, when's that battery gonna go? Pretty sure it does return to home on low battery power. Yep, there we go. It's automatic return to home on low battery power. That's what I was waiting for, folks. It'll do it itself. Well, actually, it returns to you, apparently. It doesn't return to its takeoff point. It returns to where you are, and then you can tell it to land. That's interesting. Low battery power, it is not returned to home, it returned to you instead, which is nice. That's actually reasonable. And there's a wind going on here, and it does a nice job in the wind. Okay, let's stop that video. And also, let me stop Mobazin. Mobazin wasn't recording that last bit. Of course not. Oh, there we go. It was. Okay, Mobazin is stopped. So, let me close that. That's the SJRC S70W. Really, really nice quadcopter, folks. If you're looking for a relatively inexpensive GPS quadcopter, you know, this might be for you, actually. I like it. I'm going to keep this. So I hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.